Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. Sorry about the last video where it cut out a part of my sound of the audio in that album review for Starset Horizons, but I am returning to you for one last video for the night, and I'll have to return to you tomorrow, sometime tomorrow. I don't know when, but I'll give you an update on when I'm doing the Duran Duran album review. But this is going to be for the Elton John album review I just got finished with the lockdown sessions, which I'm going to be reviewing. So I'm going to discuss what I listened to for this new Elton John album and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this review. Now, I quite enjoyed the first song a lot, Cold Heart, the Na remix featuring Dua Lipa, which she was pretty good in this song. I really like that. And Elton John really surprised me with his vocals. I know most of it's a little bit auto-tuned, but still, his vocals were pretty good in this song. I personally thought it was. So, 5 out of 5 for the first song. It was enjoyable. Always Love You featuring Young Thug and Nicki Minaj. I kind of cringed at the fact that Young Thug and Nicki Minaj are in this song with Elton John. In an Elton John song, I should say. It kind of made me take a step back and rethink what I'm gonna listen to. Like, should I even listen to this song? But the song was decent. It wasn't great. It did all right for what it was going for, but yeah, it's not the best thing. Even Young Thug's verse in it was not very good, and Nicki Minaj rapping in it, then singing, really turned me off with how it was the song was structurally playing out. So 4 out of 5 for Always Love You. It's not my favorite, but it's decent. It's just a kind of a skippable song. Af Not After All. Learn to Fly featuring Surfaces was not a bad track. And then After All, like I was trying to say, featuring Charlie Puth, was a very outstanding song. I really liked the melody change up towards the end of the song with After All. Sounded really good, and it executed very well with the melody and piano version with Elton John playing the piano sounded really good, and also Charlie Puth singing in it along with him sounded really good. Both their harmonizing was amazing in this song, and it was a very well structured song, so I'll give that a 5 out of 5. I really enjoyed After All, the Elton John song featuring Charlie Puth. Chosen Family featuring Rina Sawayama was not a bad song. It pretty much seemed like she was going to take over the whole song, but it wasn't technically. It's on an Elton John album, but I guess it is her song. I don't know for sure. I'd have to look into it. But I thought it wasn't a bad track, so 4.5 out of 5. The Pink Phantom, the Gorilla song featuring Elton John and Six Lack. That was decent. Nothing special, but it is what it is. So I gave it a 4 out of 5. It's a Sin Global Reach mix featuring Years and Years. Was not a bad song. I thought it wasn't too bad. I'm just going through track by track on what I listened to in order and all that. And I did listen to One of Me on the Montero album, Lil Nas X's album, and I still love that song. It got me excited to listen to that song again when going through this album. Um, but yeah, I gave that a 5 out of 5. Nothing Else Matters, the Miley Cyrus featuring Watt, Elton John, Yo-Yo Ma, Robert Trujillo, and Chad Smith, I believe it is. I'm just reading it off, what I wrote down and all that for the featured artists. It's mostly Miley Cyrus singing the whole song, and it actually sounds really good. I was really surprised with this. I know some people are gonna say, "Oh, the Metallica version's better," which yes, it really is. But you gotta at least give some of the newer artists some credit on this song. They didn't do too bad. I personally think they didn't do too bad. So 5 out of 5 for Nothing Else Matters, the Miley Cyrus song she covered for Metallica. It did pretty well. Orbit, not my favorite song with S.G. Lewis. I wasn't feeling for that. So 3.5 out of 5. It's average. It's nothing special. And also Simple Things featuring Brandy Charlie, or Carlisle, I meant to say. I said Charlie by mistake. Um, yeah, it was a decent song. And then comes Beauty in My Bones, or In the Bones, I meant to say. I'm slipping up a bit in this review, so please forgive me on that. That was a average song, or at best, not too bad. So I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. I am screwing up on my ratings. I am really sorry about that. I'm just a little tired and I'm about ready to go to bed soon. Um, but Simple Things, I'm giving a 4 out of 5. Like I said, One of Me, the Lil Nas X song featuring Elton John, is getting a 5 out of 5. I still enjoyed that song. I like the beat to it. E-Ticket is not too bad. It's one of my least favorites, but it's not a bad song. Finish Line was not too bad, featuring Stevie Wonder. I don't know if I was feeling for the melody as much, but it still did not too bad. And then comes the last two tracks, which is Stolen Car and I'm Not Gonna Miss You, featuring Glenn Campbell, and then Stevie Nicks on the Stolen Car song with Elton John. Not my personal favorite songs. The ending to the album was average, but nothing special. So yeah, 3.5 out of 5 for both those songs. Overall, production wise, mixing wise, and execution, this album was average. Nothing special, but it will be on my decent to good albums. Uh, there are some songs I could come back to and play a lot more, like Cold Heart, After All, Nothing Else Matters, and One of Me, and a few others as well, like E-Ticket and Finish Line, and some others. I think It's a Sin was not a bad song, so it wasn't my favorite, but it was still not too bad. So first score, I'm gonna give Elton John's The Lockdown Sessions album a 7.5 out of 10. It was not too bad. It was average. Not a bad record from him. I think he's made quite a bit of studio albums, to be honest. I'd have to look at his discography again to see how many he has as of now. But yeah, pretty much I did find some aspects of the album to be enjoyable, and then others where I'm just a little dismissive on if I like it or not. And just don't know. I'm a little unsure about what I think of some songs, but still, the album didn't do too bad, so 7.5 out of 10 for me. Comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the new Elton John album, The Lockdown Sessions, if you've heard it, for the new album of his. And if you like this album review I made for you guys pretty late tonight, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can. Support the channel. I gotta get head into bed, or get ready for bed, I should say. See, I'm already slipping up in this review. I am really sorry about that. Um, but yeah, I was yawning a bit, and or holding my yawn or whatever. But yeah, I will be returning to you tomorrow for the Duran Duran Future Past album review. It's probably going to be delayed to tomorrow night sometime. So you'll probably see it tomorrow night, and then I'll get started this weekend for other album reviews from Dream Theater to finish out the rest of their discography to November 2nd. So you're going to be seeing a lot more of Dream Theater album reviews even during the next week, and the final album review will be on November 2nd. So definitely tune in for all those upcoming videos I plan on doing. Next album review is Duran Duran Future Past. It's going to be the last album review for this Friday's new releases. So I hope you enjoyed this album review by which I did for Elton John, the Lockdown Sessions. I like Elton John as a artist, but there are some things where he adds feature artists that I kind of don't care about, to be honest, like Stevie Nicks or Young Thug and Nicki Minaj. Uh, that aspect about it kind of made me cringe, in my opinion. But stay safe, take care. I hope you enjoyed this Elton John The Lockdown Sessions album review. It's not a bad album, don't get me wrong. It's just, there are some songs that don't strike the landing it should strike to the listener listening to it. Just certain songs, I should say. But stay safe, take care, and I'll see you in my next video.